In this video, I reveal my specific method for developing overwhelmingly solid structure in the shoulders and the elbows, coupled with what I can only describe as freakishly fluid hands. Why is this important? Because when you develop this level of independence, you can simultaneously attack and defend with very little effort. This is the exact method I use to help my Wing Chun students break through the traditional time spent trying to develop what we at the Dragon Institute simply call independence. These exercises may seem very basic, but this is the first time I've ever shared this specific method to the public outside of my students. Understanding how to create independence of these different joints in Wing Chun is very important in our line of Wing Chun. We want to be able to have our shoulders solidly connected into our hips. We also want our elbows to have an independence from our shoulders, but we also want our elbows to have an independence from our wrists and our hands. What do we mean by that and why? Well, first and foremost, our Untitled practice connects our shoulders with our hips. We don't want any twisting. We don't want the shoulders to come forward too much in that instance. So what I'm going to show you today, in addition to the shoulder and elbow connection, and in addition to the elbow and wrist connection, I'm going to show you how to develop these independence of these different joints. Because in the beginning, everyone has dependency issues. And when your elbow comes forward, when you go to punch, that shoulder naturally comes forward. But as we start to learn how to keep the shoulder back, we can have a very, very solid base within us. And then we can do more of what's called a close quarters / internal type punching, because the work is being done internally as opposed to being thrown at the other person. So, how to develop this independence? One, the first thing that I want you guys to do is I want you to take a rag, put these in your armpits. This will keep your shoulders, basically your armpits closed, which means you have a better foundation on your shoulders. So, and then once you go there, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and bring your hands and punch out forward. You want to be able to extend your elbows far out while also keeping the creases facing up. So out. And you want to be able to do this fairly easy. In the beginning, it's going to be very hard. It's going to feel very, very difficult to release release the bicep and also keep the shoulder back. So what's going to happen is this is going to come forward, this is going to fall out. So that is the first way to develop independence of your shoulder and your elbow. Another way to do this is done in our Untitled. At the end of our portion here, what we do in our line is we bring this shoulder back and down. Let me do this side. We bring our shoulder, keep that shoulder back and down, and we fully extend it. Yes, we do lock it out. The reason being is because we're trying to get this independence. We're trying to stretch. We're trying to get out of our bicep, a very, very important part of Wing Chun's internal approach. So from here, you want to be able to keep your elbow still as you move your hand around. So this develops not only independence of here, but it also, this is developing independence here, here, and here. How all three? One, shoulders backing down. Two, elbows far out. It is not with this shoulder backing down, but then you're moving the wrist. So that is right in your Untitled. Every time you're doing that part, that's what we're developing in ours. I know there's a number of Wing Chun lineages that just come around and move this, and that's fine. They're just not trying to develop the same things as we are in our line. The other thing that I want you guys to do is a ring. Now we have another device that we can use to help develop our independence. You want to hold something between your elbows. It could be a rag, it could be another ring like this, it could be a number of things, but you want to hold this in between your elbows like this. Secondarily, you want to take this and you want to put this ring on your wrists, okay? So after you have it on your wrists, what you want to try to do is you want to look to move up and down. You don't want to let the elbows go, because if they do, the rag's going to fall right on down. Very difficult. Now, if you can't do it with a rag, you are going to do it with a spacer. Maybe something this long. Depends on something this wide. Depends on what you have. You can do it in the same way here with this, and then just try your best just to keep it into the this condyle of the humerus. You don't want to put it in on the muscle here. You want to keep it into that part there, and then as you do it, you're trying your best to keep this still as much as possible as you roll. If that's too hard, then maybe you do it this way. Right? How would you do it? Well, you'd place it on something. We're going to place it on our little dummy, and I'll go ahead and grab it this way, and then put it on the back of your arms, and then do your best to do that. Looks like it's slipping already. So it's harder as you're not able to do this, as you're not able to get your elbows in. It's harder, but you've got to hold something between those elbows. If you can't touch your elbows together, you've got to get that inward motion that's very important to the ring practice that we do. Our ring practice does not do this, because it is our belief in our lineage that when you're just doing this, your energy is going outward and you're practicing a spreading type energy, and that's not what we want in our line. What we want instead is an elbow going in. Now, because of a shorter range practice and developing of independence between our elbows and our hands, we want really loose, a lot of loose movements here so that we can jowl one way or another. Having the elbows together and being able to do this gives us a very nice reactive hand while maintaining a strong elbow position. So you want to hold something between the elbows, whether it be a ring, a rag, or a spacer as you might need it. But this is the last thing that you'll do in order to develop this independence. There may be some other things that will come in the future, but for now, if you work on those three things, I'm confident that you're going to develop higher levels of independence for your Wing Chun practice. So, until next time, I'm Adam Willis. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon so you can be notified as new videos appear. Thanks.